frames. Anyway, we'll we'll go into our last game here, well, the last set of the day, and then I'm going to collapse into bed. Starting up at the top right-hand side as our Protoss player, of course, for Team Mouse, it is Mana. Let me just fix up the overlay. And his opponent, down in the bottom left-hand side for BX3. Gee, I totally forgot to sort of research Qlimax, but for the BX3 team, it is Qlimax, and he's the pink guy this time. Yeah, so pink. So we've seen it. We've seen how many PvPs have we seen today? I think it's just the one. We saw Night End versus Runa, which was a really fun set between those two. We saw Night End doing some very heavy pressure-based builds, really committing to some Blink Stalker-based attacks. In game number 2, he actually pulled it off and did really well with it. In the other 2 games, Runa did really well defending against those attacks. So that was pretty impressive stuff from Runa. I tell you what, Peter Shaw just asking about how much upload I've used. I will remind me after we finish this set, and then I'll double check and have a look for you, and I can tell you exactly how much I've used. Double gas coming out from Mana. We can also see that just a single gas from Qlimax, so he's going to do things a little bit differently. Oh, and we also saw Squirtle. Squirtle versus... I've totally forgotten who the other person was. It was the young guy. Mist. It was Mist. So Squirtle versus Mist, and that was an intriguing series, but a very tough one for the young Protoss player from Optimum Esports, if I remember his team correctly. Man, if that's actually the right thing, I think it is. But I'm pretty happy with my memory for today. So Mana's going to start us out with the Zealot. His Cyber Core is just about to finish up as well. I'll be interested to see if he cancels his Zealot. Is he going to cancel it? No, he's gonna keep it coming. So he is just looking to go for a normal sort of opening here. Just going to get that Stalker out. Mothership Core is also on the way. We've mentioned it earlier today that you know, Protoss players, they love to start out with a lot of gas right at the start of a game because you need to get a Sentry or a Stalker, and also that Mothership Core, and you know, the Warp Gate tech. So Adam, you can. Like, the 720p thing, that's not my fault, that's Twitch's fault, and obviously I really hope that you can tell from the quality of the stream that it's not 720p. So if you're worried about your, I don't know, your download or anything like that, do not be worried, because it's obviously not 720p. That is just purely an issue with Twitch, and I can't do anything about it. Anyway, Mothership Core's out for both players. It looks like Mana, he's going to put on some pressure. He does have a Zealot here. There is a probe off to the side, possibly looking to put down a proxy pylon, but I doubt he's really going to do anything about that. It does look as if, wow, really, Qlimax has got a lot of minerals banked up. He was probably looking to try and expand here. Mana has decided that he's just going to go in. We've got the Mothership Core now attacking in through the side. Mana getting some good harassment off here, just distracting at the front. It looks like Mana was able to even get his Zealot inside, and that is a pretty handy amount of workers killed considering the situation of this game. It looks like Qlimax being caught out just a little bit here, way over his mineral limit that he would normally want to use right now. And as we can see, a Stalker is just about to pop out, but so many workers have been killed here, a total of 8. And finally, a Stalker pops out. Mana gonna get at least another 2 more kills, I would say. 1 more. There you go. Oh, even another one. So he's gonna reach a total of 12 worker kills here. Maybe even 13. Nope. Just gets out just in time. So the Mothership Core will duck out of there. And back at home for Mana, he's in a very comfortable position. 3 gate and a robo here for the Mouse Sports player. And as you can see, looks like it is going to be a blink play coming out of Qlimax, but realistically his economy has been brought to a standstill here. 15 probes in total out on the map there for Qlimax, so he's in quite a bit of trouble at this point. It is going to be very difficult for him to be able to make this work, because now Mana has seen that the Twilight Council was there and it was researching the Blink. So back at home, Mana got his Robo up, he's got his extra 3 gates, and he now has an Immortal out on the field. So the Blink play that Qlimax is going to attempt to go for is probably not going to be able to do anything. I think if Qlimax wants to try and, you know, sort of dig his way out of this game, he's going to need to play a little bit of a cheeky sort of style, threaten to go for some Blink Stalkers maybe, and then, you know, try and get his expansion up and running, but even then it's going to be very difficult for him to be able to make this work. So we can see now that Mana, knowing that he's very safe, not only has he done really good eco harassment there, but also his opponent's units are going to be a lot lower than you would normally see, and the Blink Stalker attack is completely negated by the fact that we do have an Immortal out. So it looks like Qlimax is going to come across and try and get some damage done, but unfortunately for him, his Stalker's getting caught out a little bit there. One of them caught, but force fields all over the place. I don't know what all this is about. Some Time Warp goes down as well, and you know, I really like seeing players utilize the Time Warp properly, and that wasn't too bad. We can see here that there was a Time Warp, but unfortunately it didn't really get much done. But now Mana is ready to go. He's got his natural expansion. We can see the Blink is just now finishing up for Qlimax, and it looks like he is going to attempt to push out across the map. He's got a probe that's heading out, going to set up a proxy pylon, probably somewhere around here or maybe over here, just to make sure that he is very close when it comes to those warp pins. In fact, he's going to throw it down up here. And Mana is going to see all of this coming. He knows that something fishy is on the way, and he is going to be able to see these Stalkers now making their way through. Looks like Mana is going to have to deal with some Stalkers inside the main base. Unfortunately, a little bit of a misblink there from Qlimax, and now he's in a lot of trouble because the Stalkers do not have their blink. The Immortal is at the front, and with that power punch of that Immortal, the Stalkers have really been torn apart there. So just down to the 5 Stalkers right now for Qlimax. He's in a really tough spot, because if he blinks in here, then he has a really tough time getting across to where the main buildings are up at the top side. But then, you know, if he doesn't blink in, he's not going to get in through the front. We can see these force fields really blocking that out very quickly there. And Mana, with his trademark wonderful micro, has kept his Stalkers alive. We see a Time Warp go down from Qlimax there. Back at home for Qlimax, he did get his probe count up a bit, but there's a GG and a well played from Qlimax. So game number 1 goes the way of Mana.